Alrighty, I wanted to keep going as I talk about some of the attributes of Web3 domain names. And I think the important thing that we talked about in the first video was it's your digital identity. And the big picture concept here is that in the real world, you know you're physical, you exist. In the digital world, you have to almost have a digital form of yourself, and in many cases, a Web3 domain name can serve as that digital identity. So we talked a lot about digital identity in the first one. The biggest use case that a lot of people have used with Web3 domain names right now has been to use as a wallet address, meaning that right now your wallet probably has a long hexadecimal address that's hard to remember, so you copy and paste it. But if you make a mistake copy and pasting it, or if you're reading it off to somebody and you make a mistake, or if you try to copy it yourself physically and you make a mistake, the money or the assets that are being sent could go to the wrong place. So using your domain name as an easier to remember wallet address is one of the use cases for Web3 domain name that is currently popular. I think what we'll see more of in the future are other use cases for Web3 domain names. You'll see them as a website name. Right now, you can go to a website like Freename.io and see the content that's on the website. This is powerful. Anybody in the world connected to the internet can go to Freename.io. Now, .io and about 2,000 other top-level domain names are in what's called the ICANN root. Those are seen by every computer around the world that's hooked up to these root servers. And I think what you'll see in the future is that people want more top-level domain names. They want to have domain names with different extensions. Different people may want an extension or a dot something that matches their company or their club or exactly what they're trying to promote. They want to build their community on a domain name that doesn't exist. And one of the things you can do is you can use a Web3 domain name where fully disclosing it may not work on all the computers on the internet, but as more and more computers download the plugins to see Web3 domain names, you have to ask yourself, if you have to market your website, if you have to market your top-level domain name yourself anyway, it isn't a lot of additional effort for someone to click a plugin to be able to see your website. And now you've opened up an incredible world where people can come to your website and you can name it in your top-level domain name or a top-level domain name that doesn't exist right now. So imagine where all the .com names have been taken, the .net names have been taken, the .org names have been taken, other people control other extensions, and you have a really great idea and you have a perfect domain name in mind. You can either buy the domain name in Web3 or buy the TLD and own multiple domain names yourself or sell them to other people. So having a website name, even if that website name that you use just forwards to an existing internet website. What I mean by that is I can own page.verse, and if you've got the Freename plugin on your computer in the future, as this rolls out, I can simply tell people whenever someone types in page.verse, forward them to the real internet website, pagehow.com, which I own. But at least I can specifically advertise and use as a marketing hook, come to my verse, my .verse, page.verse. And in a world where everyone's seeking to get attention, everyone's seeking to call people to action, to get people to notice them, having a cute, unique, prestigious, valuable website identifier with a something might be the difference in your real world business between making thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars, about making hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars. You're just looking for that hook. You're just looking for that way to get people to come to your website. And having a perfect domain name that matches exactly what you're doing, even if it doesn't exist in the current ICANN root, that may be a great use case for you in Web3. We'll talk about website locator and file locator and email destination in our next talk. Thanks a lot.